Yet another sunny day. Finally got some petrol, and today I'm going to just correct a slight mistake I made. If I can remember where I put it. Yeah, when I put this carburetor back together, I kind of cocked up on this end because I put the gasket on this side and the diaphragm on this side when it's supposed to be the other way around. So that's probably why it took an absolute bloody age to start. So I'm going to correct that error now, and I'm also going to put some fresh fuel in there just to make sure it runs nicely. I also did another fail. I broke my tripod my tripod even. I managed to break one of the legs off here, as well as up there. Don't know if you can see it. There we go. Unfortunately I wasn't filming at the time, so that was a missed fail, because I was working on the Alpina stinker over here. Working on the transmission, and that end slipped out of my hands and landed on the tripod, completely breaking off the leg. So, just a random stupid addition of my failness. So I shouldn't have to remove the carburetor, because I just need to undo these 4 screws and pull them off and just swap the bits around. At least I hope it. I don't only have to do this. Right, so those parts there need to swap around. So basically these 2 parts need to go on the other way around. So this bit goes on first, then this bit goes on. So I noticed when I was trying to prime the thing, I wasn't actually feeling any fuel pressure building up. So that was probably the first sign that I'd cocked up. And the second sign I'd cocked up was when I was editing. Oh, great, that's not going to stay on there, is it? But yeah, after I'd edited the video and I'd rendered it, I was playing the video back and I noticed, hang on a second, that's not right. So that's why it got uploaded as a fail. And I hadn't noticed the fail, so I hadn't done any annotations to point out my fail. So, yeah. Just an all-round fail. I suppose it goes to show a big man admits to his mistakes. Right, so that's that all screwed back on. How well does it prime now? Still doesn't build up pressure, but yeah, whatever. I thought I might as well at least see if it'll start up any easier than it did before. I doubt it because of the old fuel, but makes for a good video, doesn't it? Engine on. That started better than it did last time. So, just goes to show, when you're putting things back together, look at the diagrams. Anyway, this isn't the point of the video, this is just fixing a fuck up. Right, well, I've got most of the stuff in for rebuilding all this. I've got all my JB weld available, I've got my brake cleaner available, I've got a bearing to go in here available, and all I need now is just to get on with and do it. But the first thing I need to do is I need to soak all this in some delicious paraffin, or kerosene, whatever you want to call it. So, I need to put that into that, and then them into there. See now, unlike that petrol I was using before, this is supposed to be this colour. It'd be nice if whoever's horn that is going off nearby would shut up. It's kind of handy that I already kind of pre-cleaned all this a couple of years back, because certainly making it a lot easier now, and I'll be able to reuse this paraffin in my heater down there. Don't really need to today because it's reasonably warm. Kind of sort of chilled the air, but yeah. I think I'm just glad that the horn stopped. I don't think I really need to clean the outside of this. Right, so gonna leave that to soak overnight. I suppose the next thing I can do is work on cleaning up the other parts, like the blades, because they've been sat in my shed dismantled for quite a long time, and therefore they're kind of manky. So I'll grab them and start working on them. I probably won't really need to do much of these because it's just a case of removing old grease, putting on some oil to protect it, and then go from there. But first I need something to use as a solvent, and I think I know what I'm going to use. I'm going to tip out the petrol out of the Ryobi, because now I've got fresh stuff, I can empty the stuff out of here. Oh, and the door just closed itself. Hang on a sec. Try again. So, yeah, I'm going to give this one a quick wipe off first, because this is going to be the easiest bit. And to be honest, this looks like a television aerial that you have on the roof. Yeah, there's definitely no eggy smell to this petrol, which is nice. Not that you should be smelling petrol, because that's bad for you. Actually, whilst I was at the petrol station yesterday, I was rather amused about the amount of alcohol they have for sale in there. Like, you know, beers, lagers, whiskies, wines, gin, rum, all that kind of stuff. In a petrol station. You know, where people go to drive in and then drive off. It's like, it's not really a smart idea selling alcohol when there's people driving, but then again, people do stupid things, so... Oop, what was that? Oh, that was it was that. It's empty now, so I need to go away. Go away. Same with that. Missed. Yeah, for you people across the pond complaining about high gas prices, I paid about £13 for about 11.5 litres of petrol. And if I remember to, I'll put the sums up about here in the middle. And then you can see how much we're paying for fuel and how much you're saving. Right, so that's the branch bar sorted. At least I think that's the branch bar. I could just be making up names. Right, and I think these will be easy enough. They're flat on the thing, on the table. I need to also do the ends because they're also covered in the crappy grease that was on there before. Now to do the ends, which shouldn't be too difficult. I mean, they're not too bad compared to what they were sat in, which is the transmission box. You've seen how bad that is. Lovely bit of corrosion on there, I think. So I'll have to scrape that off with something sharp. Right, so that's them clean enough. I could probably do with wire wooling these to get rid of most of the corrosion, but I'll probably do that before I reassemble other things, so for the moment it can get hung up. I'm going to hang it up with the Ryobi attachment. Well, I thought I'd take a look at the engine. Yeah, might as well. I think I have actually had it apart and it was very clean inside, so right. You just take that bit off and then you get access to the crank, and that's basically it, being a two-stroke engine. Well, there's plenty of compression on it. If I just put my finger over the hole, that's what she said. Get a good grip on it. Yeah. Basically, I can't get a good enough grip on it to get the compression in. I'll test it. But anyway, I thought, just for the hell of it, I'll try and actually start it up without anything attached to it. So this should be fun. Now, I'm not sure if I cleaned out this tank or not. I mean, carburetor even. If it starts up, yay. If it doesn't, oh. Now, fun thing is I need to find the bolts for that. So the air filter, yeah, the air filter. So, yeah, you can see right through the bloody thing. Pointless air filter. So yeah, all the bits are in there. Right, so the only two bolts I think are the right ones are them ones. I think. I don't know. I probably could do with a washer in between them, but I'm not sure if there's any in here. At least not for the carburetor, but oh well. Don't need the filter on really, but it's just a case of I need something to space it all out. So, the carburetor's attached. You put the spark plug in. There it is. Not exactly clean looking, but then again, when are they on a two-stroke? I think that's just a kicking note, I can't find the bloody two-stroke oil, so I'm going to have to wing it with a bit of regular oil. You can get away with using regular oil, but it's not recommended. The reason why they use specifically two-stroke oil is because it's so especially formulated to be a low ash formula, whereas regular oil, yes, it'll lubricate, but it'll ultimately cook up things. But yeah, at the moment I'm in a don't care mood. In the face with petrol. Lovely. Right, so spark plug cap on. Fill the tank up with approximately 50:1. If the engine runs, then great. If it doesn't, then meh. I'll give up building or rebuilding this thing. Probably don't really need to fill the whole thing up, but I can, and I will. So, right, so it's got fuel. Fuel primer's priming with prime. Engine switch is on. Now, how am I going to do this? Bloody hell. Did I set the choke? No, I didn't, because that wouldn't be intelligent. Well, after much tugging, swearing and other things which probably get a lot of innuendo applied to it, I did get it to sputter and start twice, but it stalled pretty much afterwards, and I have a feeling it just needs a carburetor rebuild, because every time I pull the plug out it comes out wet, and had this off and it was soaking wet, like full of fuel. And watching this squeezy ball primer, it does seem to slowly drain down on its own, and I don't know if it's going back into the tank or if it's going into the engine. And given the amount of fuel that was in the engine, I'd say that was it at fault. So, yet another carburetor to rebuild. Oh joy. Now I'm not entirely sure, but that looks unpleasantly like varnish to me. It could be glue for whatever's under there, but yeah, if that's come loose and plugged up the carburetor somehow, yeah. Well, I'm gonna go down the route of can't be asked to rebuild this one, because yeah, I could clean up, but it's just a case of I can't be asked. Besides, it feels like they glued on these bloody gaskets and things, so considering you probably can buy that model or similar cheaper than you can buy, like, you know, those stupid screws, you know, those macro Pac-Man mouth things. Yeah, might as well buy a whole carb. So the engine does fire, it does turn over, and it is, you know, functional. But it's just carburetor issues, as per usual. But anyway, I think I'm going to call this video here, because it's probably going to be about a month before I have a, you know, a carburetor available to slap on the thing. So, because of course I've got to order them from China, and therefore you got to wait a while. Plus I've got to probably get new gaskets, because I've just trashed them trying to peel them off the thing. Where is it? There. So, anyway, definitely going to call this video here. So, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to leave a comment, down below, there you go. And if you want to subscribe, the little round thing will be over here. And until next time, bye. Get.